in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. Every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, they close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I'm making pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would've beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible, impossible.
Boys make major moves, still the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up, I cannot quit it. I need it, I ain't where I wanna be. I can admit it. Never submitting, I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. I overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah. I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the Wraith and we lay in the stars. I made it happen to boss, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, that means quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't ever get tired, cause I've been left behind, I have to get right. Waiting on the sign, now I just wait on myself. Got nothing weighing on the mind. One thing I learned after all this time, the mountain you carry meant for you to climb. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up.
Between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
All right, boy, let's set the tone early.
Here we go.
Got that bitch.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Do not lock it back.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Once again, they run with Mixon. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Here we go. Mixon with a first down carry. And some space here. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Once more, Perine. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. But Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Pickett will look to throw it here. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Back to throw. Pickett. Setting up the screen. Harris. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
For it with Harris. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
They'll take this to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Pickett, nowhere to go here. He lost
Man, what the
football,
fuck?
and the Bengals grab it. The big throw.
Man, hell no.
20, 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
7. I've got 8.
They'll run again with Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
What is this?
Here
Daddy?
we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. This is Ross making a great play. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. So great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had. Piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title. And they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season? Or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in it as you profess. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What do we call them, run fits? Everyone was in the right place.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's another carry for Harris. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Leave them right here.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Fuck me.
What should I go?
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know, buddy. Draw what you want to draw.
And the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there?
Can you help
Almost
me
like they thought they had more
draw?
time.
I'm playing a
Action was
game,
on the
son.
clock.
Let me finish and I'll help you draw.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Harris running straight ahead. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for
Wrong
the coordinator.
side.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff coming left, Evans. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs. Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Pirine. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Rolling to his left. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
You okay?
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
They run again with Harris. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On the give, this is Harris. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, They've got to pay it off with some points.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Pickett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bengals will get the football back. So the magic runs out, so to speak. They were 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions, now 3 for 4.
So the defense finally gets to exhale.
Yeah.
Because they were wondering, 3 for 3 getting converted on 4th down. That percentage is way high. They hadn't stopped them at all. Finally, they get a stop. They can get to the sidelines now and rest a little bit.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Kevin Huber now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside and 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Pickett now on 1st down. He'll rifle this one.
Man, who is he throwing it?
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Miles Jack with a big-time hustle play there as he backs the offense up.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it here with Pirine. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. Now, the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On second down, here's Mixon. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they've practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase, 51 yards. And the Bengals continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate. Touchdown!
Shit, he's so pitiful.
Hayden Hurst, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would
Stop.
say so, because right now it's looking more and more.
That's not what you color on.
They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ball game.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 39.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try and run for it with Evans. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll be stopped up as he could only muster a yard. So 4th down coming up on the other side as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of... And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
On second down, a run with Evans. Oh, look at the juke. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Pirine. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now the Bengals going to live to fight another week as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. And with that, we say so long from Pittsburgh.